I'm currently in my soaping dungeon. This is the first time I've done a video like this, but I recently made a goal to be more personal in my soaping videos. I don't know where to look. There we go. There's my lens. I am Liz of Komodo Art Soaps, and I have not made soap in a while. I have been taking a big break due to weather, COVID circumstances, work, random illnesses, getting a cold. I haven't gotten COVID. I did get the vaccine though. Because I work in a pharmacy, I was able to get the vaccine, and that second dose, it did take me a while to recover from that. So anyway, it has been a hot minute since I have made soap. But I am back in my soaping room. I've got my mask on because of lye fumes. You can see there's my lye shelf where I keep my liquids and my lyes. Back here, I've got some soaps curing. These are some older soaps. Before I got my curing rack, you'll see my fragrances over on that side there. In front of me, I have my studio lights and everything, but I'm not going to show you that because I'm afraid I would drop my phone. But currently, I am working on a project. I have got my oils are slowly melting in my hot lye solution. This is a heat transfer batch. This is a large batch, but I'm making 3 different soaps from it. So over here, you will see all my colorants and fragrance are organized and ready to go per batch. And let me see if I can set this down for a second without dropping it. On my notebook here, I have all my formulations for my different batches of soap. This is a crazy way to make soap. I do not recommend it. Most people master batch the parts of their soaps. I like to master batch my soap batter just because I don't like having to, I don't know, I just like getting it all done in one go. I'm not a very patient person. So I am mixing up 15 and a half pounds of soap batter. This is my usual soap batter. I use aloe juice instead of water in my lye solution. I use citric acid and sea salt. The oils that I use are coconut oil. The oils that I use are coconut oil, lard, shea butter, cocoa butter, olive oil, and castor oil. Those are the oils that I most typically will soap with. I think they make a really nice, luxurious bar that also gets you clean. I like a kind of a cleaning bar. I like that crisp, squeaky clean feel in the shower if possible. So on the roster today, I am making with these essential oils. Let me see if I can show you here. I have in there rosemary, lavender, and orange essential oils all mixed together. In one pot, there is some rose clay, then there is some sea green clay with spirulina, and then there is some bentonite clay. And a little bit of rosemary powder as well in each for a touch of exfoliation. That will be the first soap we make today. But this is just a teaser. This is me just showing my prep. You won't get to see these soaps until future videos. I just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like to be a soaper. I have my mask on for fumes. I have my hoodie on to cover my hair. I have my long sleeves, long sleeves tucked into my gloves there to keep my skin safe. I have Crocs on. I don't know if Crocs are the best because they have holes in them, but they're rubber so that the soap won't absorb into them. I have my camera going overhead that will show for my future videos on YouTube. I have 3 stick blenders ready to go in case one of them fails or in case this batter seizes and I can't clean up my stick in time to make the next batch of soap. Because master batching soap batter, like I said, is not the smartest way to soap because if something happens, the soap batter starts curing as soon as it's mixed. So I can't really play around with that much. So anyway, I am in here. I am ready to do battle with the soap gods and see what we come up with. So watch for future videos and see how this huge mess turns out. I'm done. I made 3 loaves of soap and 4 bars of soap dough. And I'm finished. So for all transparency, I thought I would show you the aftermath of making soap. It's really hard not to make a big mess when making soap, but even with my best laid plans, there's still a mess. So we have mica colorants, we have random paper towels from quick cleanup during an emergency situation. We have last minute colorants that were pulled out that were not planned. We have soap dishes. Now I've wiped them all down so they look clean. They still need to be cleaned though. They have residue on them. The table's going to have to be cleaned. It's got remnants of mica and batter on it. We have our soap. These are our soaps that are now setting. They've got covers on them to try to prevent soda ash. I used 3 stick blenders, so all of those have to be wiped down. Now I'm going to show you the nether regions of the floor. Down here is where I set other soap dishes as I don't need them. There are paper towels, of course. There's paper towels everywhere when I soap. There are my lye bucket down there. So, or no, that's not my lye bucket. That's my olive oil bucket. My lye bucket, is hiding right there. So I try to keep my lye bucket separate from all my soap dishes. But yeah, there's a lot. Recently telling someone that soap making, it is about 10% making soap, honestly. I spend probably 50% of my time organizing and planning my soaps. So I have to do a lot of research. I have to make sure that I find all of the safety documents for any of the ingredients that I'm using. I have to do all of my calculations to make sure that I'm using appropriate amounts of colorants and fragrance and that I'm using the right amount for the molds I'm using, all of that. So I do all the math. Then I do the designing. Then I do the prepping. So I make my colorants ahead of time. I pre-portion my all of my items out that I need, my fragrance, I have it all measured, ready to go. Then I have to prep all of my tools and have them ready to go. You can't stop soaping once you start soaping. So then once all of that's done, and that usually takes a couple of days, then I go and make all my soaps. And then I let them set, and then comes the cleanup. Cleanup is a huge part of making soap. You wouldn't think it, but soap making is pretty messy. You've got to clean up after you're done. Then you let the soap set, and then it's time to cut it, it's time to trim it, it's time to stamp it, and then comes the label making. So then I have to make sure that I use all my mathematical calculations to put my ingredients in the right order. I have to make sure that my labels meet all requirements. And then I have to let my soap cure for 6 weeks, a minimum of 6 weeks. And then comes the packaging, the labeling, and then the marketing. I need to make sure that I market my soap. So I'm going to be doing a lot of posting online, editing and making videos, and doing all that I can to make sure that people know that I've made soap and that it's ready to sell. And then I have to update my website. So making the soap, even though that's the most fun part, is actually the smallest part that I do as a soap maker. So I hope you enjoyed getting just a little peek into the life of a soap maker, as messy and as crazy as it can be sometimes. But this isn't even a day in the life of a soap maker. This is a moment in the life of a soap maker. The rest of my day is going to be doing dishes and putting my soaps in the oven so they can pop, and rotating my old stock to make sure there's a place for my new stock, because I no longer cure my soaps up here. I cure them on special drying racks. So anyway, I got more work to do, but I'm going to say goodbye to you guys for now. Thanks for watching.